Hey y'all. Well, tomorrow is Cringle Market, and I just finished our little display tree, and let me show you. It's very rustic. It's 2x4s and a little stand down there, and I drilled holes in it and stuck some balsam branches in it. And some of these balsam branches look kind of funky, but I think it's the time of year. I don't think it's that there's a problem with them. But I wanted to show you real quickly. I was trying to explain the other day these little dried flower wreaths or dried flower groupings that Chelsea had put together, and they just lay on top of the branches. They don't hang from the branches, and I didn't know if I was explaining that well enough or not, but that's what they'll look like. Just just something on top of a branch, and then you have your ornaments hanging underneath of a branch. My mother-in-law and I just put them, they're just attached with little Velcro strips. But my mother-in-law, her Christmas trees, and she loved Christmas. She, at one time, had 7 Christmas trees in this old house. And just every different size. They had a theme. The one in this room, this living room, which was at one time beautiful, went right there in front of that window, and it was massive. Always almost touched the ceiling. And these ceilings back here, I think, are about 9 feet. But she had, the tree was so covered, it looked like something out of Better Homes and Gardens. Was absolutely stunning. But I never minded putting a tree up, but I hate taking them down. And it seems as though the taking it down part ended up being my gift to the family. I got to do that part, but that's okay. I had this room cleaned up earlier, and then Chelsea and I exploded it again today while we're working on everything for Cringle. And I think I'm going to call it enough. There's things that we had hoped to get together that just did not happen, and we're good. We're going to take what we have. I think we have a nice assortment of things, and I set the assortment out. Chelsea's got most of it packed away, but I set the assortment out so that I could show y'all. And she did this little arrangement of Christmas of trees. She said that's her little forest. It's her little winter forest. Isn't that sweet? And she has these little lights are on copper wire, and they're really stunning. They're really pretty. And so let me turn that off so we don't waste our battery. And uh-oh, not sure I turned it off. I think I just turned it to I'll have to figure that out in a minute, because now they're just stagnant. But anyway, I had showed you the other day the little pitchers. I called them vases, but they're little pitchers, little cream pitchers, that my friend Crystal, she's a wonderful potter, and she had several that she calls her seconds, that she doesn't put in the market to sell, and I can't find a blemish on them, so I don't know what her issue is. Sorry, Crystal, I know you'll listen to this. But anyway, they're beautiful. Thank you, Crystal, for these, and I think they made really, really sweet little arrangements. Chelsea's little arrangements, as I showed you, are very nice and light and airy. Oh, it started blinking again now. Mine was kind of stumpy and stuffy, so it's down there. But anyway, you can see we've got a number of tabletop arrangements that look like these. Let me show you one over here that's on the table. And they're greenery. They're greenery, and the candles that we made, and then just a few pine cones and a ribbon. And we just thought that was attractive without being over stuffy. And you can see that they're on little pieces of wood, little wood slabs. And then Chelsea made a bunch of Yule logs. And these are really pretty. They're on a half of a little log. And they have the 3 candles, and they have some cinnamon sticks and some dried oranges. And apparently that's kind of traditional for a Yule log. But, and then I had showed you the other day, we left it on this branch because this branch is going to somehow be displayed across one of our displays. Kind of, I'm just going to add some wood up high and hang some hooks for it to hang on. And, oh, and my stars. I got my stars made. And these were very fun. They were time consuming because my wood ribbon was too wide. It's basket weaving supplies. And so I had to cut them in half lengthwise. Next time I make them, I'll make sure that I get the right size so that I don't have to do that. And then I showed you guys the other day my little tobacco baskets. And these, Hugh loves them. Hugh absolutely loves them. So anyway, I just think they're sweet. I made 5. 3 of them I'm leaving plain. And 2 of them, I put just a little autumn or winter arrangement in them. But I just connected it on the back with just some twist tie. That way they can be taken loose. When the greenery turns brown, they can just be taken loose and just pulled off. No glue at all used on these. So they're very, very, very usable. Yay. All right. And you see we've got some more Yule logs down here. And these little things. Chelsea did a bunch of these because she said, Mom, I'd really like to have some that are just very, very inexpensive for people, you know, to spend less than $5 on a little ornament. Because there'll be people there that, you know, maybe they won't have, you know, we've just been through a disaster here in our area, and we want to just make things as affordable as possible. We've had a blast doing all this stuff, and so yeah, there's some more little stars and the Yule logs. And another Yule log. And these, Chelsea made a bunch of these. These are little Moravian stars made out of fabric. And they were just ironed and folded and then woven together and tucked and ruffled and whatever. But she has a whole bag. I think she made like 28 large sizes and small sizes. So I'm not even pointing the camera at them. But yeah, they're really, really sweet. And so we'll be hanging our little tree and our little, we have a couple of different displays to hang things on. So those will be hung up to display. I think they'll just show beautifully. And let me see. What else have I not shown you? Oh, yes. Yes. Y'all, I had shared with you a couple of years ago. Let me pull out the one with the gold lid because that's the one that's going to have, you see this? I've got 12 little jars in there. And this little jar that has the gold lid is going to be my my trial, and I should have some of the little wooden spatula type things, you know, that you go to if you go to an ice cream store and you want a sample. I ordered some of those. So oops, let me set my phone down so I can hold on to this. Whoa. So that I can let people try these. This is my moisturizer. I've used this for years, but I have finally succeeded with numerous trials and error to make it so that it is smooth and kind of floofy. Let me go get a knife. I don't want to put my fingers in it because everybody's going to use the little wooden spoons. But anyway, I want you guys to see this. And I have named it Farmer's Hand. No, Mimi, you can't come in here. Sorry, sweetie. She says, I want to come back there. I let them come back here just a few at a time. And they have some little bones back here. Mimi was a rescue at one point. And she's a little protective of her bones. So we try to keep them sorted, separated from each other so they can have some bone time. But now look at this, y'all. Smooth as butter. I love it. Now because it has coconut oil in it, it has a melting point at 78 degrees. I'm rubbing it on my hands. My hands are really dry. I've told y'all this before, but I have 2 different types of thyroid disease. And because of that, my skin is super, super dry. Oops, sorry. And this, I found this recipe originally about he says he thought it was more like 10 years ago. I don't remember for certain. But I've messed around with it. I've changed it. I've added and I've subtracted. And so this one I can say it's absolutely my own. And now I have started whipping ingredients. I've added one more since I shared the original recipe with y'all. And I'm going to start selling these. But I'm going to call it Farmer's Hands. Because out of everything I've ever used, and I don't like paying for the expensive stuff. I just refuse to. But I use this on my face and my knees and my arms and my hands and whatever's dry. And it works wonderfully for me. But so I'm excited about this. I'm excited to get some feedback from people. I'm going to have them try it out tomorrow night, this little thing, and hopefully they will sell. And I've already talked to one of the locations where we sell during the summertime, our flowers. They are closed during the winter months, so I won't be able to talk to her until spring. But the other location, they're open through the winter, and she's already said that she would love to carry it. So we'll have a couple locations carrying them for me. And when Chelsea ever gets our store set up, we'll have be able to ship them as well. But I wish y'all could just try it and smell it. It just smells very clean. And I'll tell you, the ingredients in it, I sound like I'm doing a commercial. I'm not. Y'all know that. I'm not really big on selling anything, but I offer it if anybody's interested. But it has coconut oil, shea butter, almond oil. That's the 3 big oils. The coconut oil and the shea butter is the biggest ingredients. And then it also has vitamin E oil and jojoba oil and tea tree oil and lavender oil. I think that's it. But anyway, all of those properties are soothing and healing, antimicrobial, and even one of them, I think it was the tea tree oil. I'll have to look. I need to look and write these things down in case people ask. But the tea tree oil has like an antihistamine type property, which makes it good for like an allergy, an allergic reaction. I don't know if it would be good on poison ivy or not. I'll have to have Hugh try it. He gets poison ivy every year. So I'll have to have him try it on his poison ivy when he gets into it and see if it soothes and helps that. But anyway, y'all, I am tired and I think I'm going to go sit down. I've got to put the little, these little hangers on the back of the little Moravian stars. So they'll be ready to go on our display. And that will be a nice job because I'll just do that when I'm sitting in the living room tonight with my feet up. Yay. Yay. It's going to take a week just to get my house back together. What a monstrous mess. Oh well, that's okay. It's been this bad and worse before. So I'll be glad when Cringle Market is yesterday instead of tomorrow. All right, y'all. Your feedback would be lovely. Tell me what you like and what you think would benefit from maybe a change here and there. And I will let y'all know day after tomorrow how everything went. I'll try to take video at the market itself tomorrow. I'd love to walk through, and the people that will let me videotape their booths and show you what other people are offering. I think it's going to be a good time. The map that I got this week looked like there's going to be about 50 vendors there. It's going to be outside, and tomorrow's supposed to be high in the 30s. So needless to say, I'll be wearing numerous layers, but hopefully the cold weather will not be a deterrent and people will come. That's what we're hoping. And so I love y'all much, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.